Hi friends, today I am going to share about reservation policy in India for education. In this video, you came to know about what is reservation policy, when it comes, and also why it comes in India, and what are all the types of reservation. In this video, I will explain what are the main objectives and criterion of reservation, what are all the advantages and disadvantages and consequences and current situation, and why people are against it and protest. There are a lot of protest against reservation, and what is the argument needs for reservation. Come, let's see first what is reservation. Reservation in India is a form of affirmative action designed to improve the well being of perceived backward and underrepresented communities defined primarily by their caste. Is a phenomenon that commenced with the coming into force of the Indian Constitution. Reservations are political instruments that deliver a public which corrects a socio-economic wrong. Reservation is also termed as a affirmative action and fair discrimination. Let's see what is Constitution of India says about reservation. Article 46 represents to promote educational and economic interest of SC, ST and other weaker sections of society. Article 14 represents to provide equality before law and equal protection of laws. And Article 15 of 3 enabling provision to provide for special provisions in case of women and children. Dr. Ambedkar passed this reservation policy because of improving the economically weaker section and the Dalit people into equal status. Let's see what are all the main objective of reservation. The main objective of the Indian reservation system is to increase the opportunities for enhanced social and economical status for the underprivileged and communities, and this enable them to take their rightful place in the mainstream of Indian society. Let's see what are the criterion of reservation. Reservation is given on basis of caste and religion, gender and domicile. Reservation is given on basis of population, which is minority or majority. And however, reservation is given on basis of financial condition, gender, but it is neither sufficient nor fair. What we are thinking about reservation is the reservation system has received a mixed response from Indians since its inception. It has been praised for diminishing the gap between the upper and lower caste by allowing the latter to enjoy the further increased opportunities such as farmer in jobs, education, and governance by allotting seats exclusively for them. It has also been criticized for discouraging a merit based system and encouraging vote bank politics. Let's see what are all the types of reservation. The great Indian reservation system has four types, that is, first one caste and gender, religion, and domicile types of reservation. Let's see first caste based reservation. In central government funded higher education systems, 22.5% of available seats are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe students, 7.5 for STs and 15 percentage for SCs. This reservation percentage has been raised to 49.5 percentage by including an additional 27 percentage reservation for OBCs. This ratio is followed even in parliament and all elections where a few constituents are earmarked for those from certain communities. Next, we are going to see about gender-based reservation. In 1993, a constitutional amendment in India called for a random one. One third of village council leader or pradhan or positions in Gram Panchayat to be reserved for women. The Women's Reservation Bill was passed by the Rajya Sabha on 9th March 2010 by a majority vote of 196 members in favor and 1 against. As of September 2015, the Lok Sabha has not voted on the bill. Next, we are going to see the religion-based reservation. Reservation has also been extended to religious minorities. The Tamil Nadu government has allotted 3.5% of seats each Muslims and Christians, thereby altering the OBC reservation to 23 percentage to 30 percentage. The government of Andhra Pradesh introduced a law enabling 4 percentage reservations for Muslims in 2004. This law was upheld by Supreme Court of India in an interim order on March 25, 2010. Kerala Public Service Commission has a quota of 12 percentage for Muslims. Then we see status as a domicile and others. With a few exceptions, all jobs under certain state governments are reserved for those who are domiciled within the jurisdiction of that government. For example, now Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, 80% of seats were earlier received for Chandigarh domiciles and now it is 50%. There is also some seats reserved for the Jammu and Kashmir migrants in every government aided educational institute. For other includes terrorist victims of Kashmir, example Punjab single girl child in Punjab. Let's see what are all the advantages of reservation system. Reservation helps socially backward positioned people or a class to enhance themselves by putting them forward and encourages them to sustain and develop themselves. Proper application of the reservation system helps India to grow and develop not only by helping the backward class people but also developing the society. Systematic application of the reservation system in education enriches brain power of the country and makes India better. These are all the advantages of reservation system. Then we see what are all the disadvantages of reservation system. It divides people and create agony and rage among themselves. Non-filling of posts if proper candidates are not available. For from this reservation system, castes are given preference instead of merits. Then ill treatment to preserve reserved employees and students may be happen, and it creates lethargy in reserved category, and it narrows the scopes of general category people. From this reservation we can see what are all the consequences. Why reservation has become a ban for people? Reservation has become a ban for people rather than a boon, mainly because of vote bank politics and unfair package distribution. And do you know why people are against it? What reservation has done for us? Poor and in an Indian context implies absolutely poverty. By international standards, it is $1.25 per day and 32 percentage of Indian population in poor according to that definition. This is the distribution of poor people by caste, accounting for the split between rural and urban population. The current situation is the people are arguing about a reservation is no longer relevant. Arguing for reservation based on economical condition. Without access to education, the poor will always be poor. A reservation system based on a social net contradicts itself. Government should not play Robin Hood. So people are protested against reservation and revolutions created. Our fate, they are saying, our fate in hands of reservation. Why not reserve the post of PM and others? They are they are against and protesting against reservation. Then we will see why the reservation is needed. What are all the arguments advocating need of reservation? People born in upper caste family has a privilege and unearned advantage, a special right and socio-economic status. The practical study done by Thorat at related to employment in a private sector highlights the value and role of socio-economic status. Who says that reservation is not paying back? A recent report of UN shows that poverty improvement rate of India is equivalent to that of USA. What if we end reservation right now? While manual scavenging for many may have ended as a form of employment and discrimination associated with it, making it difficult for farmer and related manual scavengers to secure alternative livelihood and raising the fear that people could once again return to manual scavenging in the absence of the other opportunities. Then what to do for this reservation? Yes, we all today have need of reservation because there are many people who live in village and are backward. Many of them are like based firmly on reservation for their existence, so we simply cannot take it away. at least not today. Reservation, therefore, is the inevitable political consequence of correcting the inequality of opportunity and many more. Reservation is needed for those people who are truly economically weaker and they are backward. It is not to be get into politics, because the merited students are also get affected by this policy. So reservation policy in India has both advantage and disadvantage. For this consequence, there may be a equal, no, equal percentage should be given for both, for all the for all the communities in India. First, diminish the caste, religion, and all the untouchability. Then there will be no reservation for anyone. All are equal before law and government opportunities. Thank you for watching this video.